Cerberus, and then become the one whose name they dare to speak. Then I believe that we can shift the cosmos into something so much more complete than antiquated doublespeak. Look at them, they used the frogs, got all house, but me lost as I break above this holocaust. I'm taking every soul of the world to the service and bringing a new plague to Olympus. Rather take back the 3 domains undertaken, cast out your own ecstasy.
Hello, everyone! Come in and grab your screens. Welcome to North Sports Dynasty. I am your host, Andrew Foobz.
And I am your host, Alex Loosemore.
And we are here to bring you extensive knowledge of the sports world we love and the dynasty you crave. So come in, tune in, because wow, we're excited today. Holy cow! I got more excitement in me than OJ in court after they showed the glove, man. I got more energy in me today than the Energizer Bunny. I don't even know. I don't even know. But this is North Sports Dynasty, ladies and gentlemen. We are here today to talk about the NFL free agency. We're also here to talk a little bit about Dynasty. But we're also going to get into the high stakes, high rewards, where I'm going to give you a little bit of my hidden gems. And in that case, we're also going to have a little bit of a Reds rant because
I don't think it's going to be very little today.
No, what? No, rants? I can do rants all day. I can literally sit here all day. Where, Johnny? Where is he? This guy wanted rants. I'll give everyone rants. But before we get into the rants, ladies and gentlemen, remember to like and share and follow North Sports Dynasty across all social media platforms because that's what helps grow this platform. That's what also helps you get all the information that you need. And, you know, sometimes your hosts show up with like a little bit more enthusiasm than they're supposed to. And we don't know why. Oh, my God, my hair. We'll get back in there. Anyway, now it's all over the place. But
there we go.
When we do have these type of days, we put it in a jar, we embrace it, and we slowly open the lid. And we take a little, like a little hydrogen. You sit there like, hi, everybody. It's time for North Sports Dynasty today. Come in and join us. That's kind of how I feel today. I don't know about Alex, though. Alex is just kind of like, oh, shit, I don't know why I came back.
It was one of those ones where I just hopped on it. It was just like, okay, it's one of these days today.
I'm like in the background jamming out to Mark Antony. I'm like,
well, it was the typical singing and dancing, but it was just like amped up to 10. Like it was just normally we're sitting at like a 6, and it was just like it was.
I woke up this morning. I had some Frosted Flakes cereal because they're great.
What was it frosted with?
And yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We're actually going to get to some real stuff. I'm just like, this is the first time I've ever tried to be professional while I have so much enthusiasm. Look at my hat. Hey. Yeah, see, and this is the perfect thing. I could like sit here and I could actually jam out to music. Because we have some now. That's right. All right, let's calm down a little bit here. Jesus, Alex. Keep it together, buddy.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for... What's that?
I was like, I'm sorry. I don't know what got into me.
I know. One of us has to stay a little bit more professional.
Yeah.
Just for the show. Anyways, let's see what we got here in the comment section before we get into anything too crazy. Well, actually, but first, before we do that, Alex, tell everybody where they can find you on all the social media platforms and tell them what North Sports is bringing you today.
So you can find me at Loosemore65 on Twitter, wherever you can find North Sports Dynasty, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. On Facebook for like Alex Loosemore. We've got our NFL free agency predictions, likely spots, surprises, sleepers. We got our dynasty rookies. I feel like it's going to be a pretty big Reds rant. I don't think it was planned to be as big, but I think it's going to go over the top. And then we've also got our, as Andrew said, the high stakes, high rewards.
Yeah. I am so sorry for people's speakers today. Look at me flex these little toothpicks. I got the scariest water pistols in the whole playground. Oh, yeah. Mwah! Okay, so let's... Settle down, Alex. Anyway, will Alex finally appear? The world may never know. Well, the world now knows.
Yeah.
Alex is here. That's for sure. One of us is here. Alex is the only one that'll ever know the truth of what drives me this way.
Yeah.
By the way, first comment beat you, Kyle. Oh, look at the little fights they got going on. I appreciate it. Finally, Alex appears. Yep, this is true. Bobby Willis, thank you for tuning in. What's up, Andrew? Great intro. As I watch a Canadian Netflix show. Hey, if you guys want to gift us some like American subscriptions to anything, please. I really hate Canadian content. I'm so bad sometimes. You watch CBC and I get so depressed that people live in Ontario. Like we would have gotten canceled with that coming. Little blank fuck towns in the middle of Ontario that have all these great shows about them and stuff like that. They're really not that funny. Corner Gas was not funny after episode 1. And episode 1 wasn't even funny. And then they made it an animated TV show thinking that everybody was just going to start flaunting all of that. Guess what? We're not all that high in Canada yet. That's pose for the camera. Anyway, all jacked up on Mountain Dew shit. I wish it was Mountain Dew. Man, if I could get some Mountain Dew up here. Except I've been shoveling my driveway. As Alex has been doing. I mean, saying. Alex doesn't do drugs. I don't do drugs either. It's bad for you. Drew is off his stars today. You damn rights. I'm gonna pop something here soon. It hurt. I am not as good as I once was, dude. Alex is like, yeah, bro, put the drugs down. You should have seen when me and him work together. There'd be if I had this type of enthusiasm and I was going back into the old room that I was running, technically Alex was running too. Let's be completely honest here. And his sister, but that was a bad joke. I made earlier. I listen, I would get that room going. And everybody was just, I would put the music up and I would just start dancing. I'm like, yeah, y'all want to just cut some cannabis a little bit faster. Like, yeah, I could get people going. It's Sean Spencer from Let's Talk Football right here, ladies and gentlemen. Right there.
Yeah, go give them a look.
What's that?
They know their stuff. I was saying go give them a look. They know what they're talking about.
Hells yeah. I know they're taking a small little break, which everybody's usually doing right around now. But this is a Dynasty show, so we do everything we can to keep the spirit of football and Dynasty and comedy, humor, and whatever else we can bring. Alex is just literally around for the ride today. Like, Alex was like, yeah, I'm back in the show. Oh, no, Andrew is off his meds again. Gosh dang. Oh, no. Alex doesn't swear here unless he's, like, really pissed off. Go tell him that they're going to take Sam Howell, number 2 overall. And he'd be like, you fucking listen here. I don't even know where we're at. Cocaine is still popular, I see. Well, hey, don't you live in Vegas? Which I just saw a headline come out of Vegas, man. There's some crazy people. Crazy people in Vegas. Let's go Detroit. Yeah. Red Wings.
And Tigers and Lions. And
Well,
I guess if you want to...
No, we're not going Tigers because this is a Cardinals platform. Thank you very much.
No.
Oh! I need my Cardinals blanket! What's your Snapchat? Oh dear. Hey, Cap. Woosah. All right. Okay. Where are we here? Okay. Let's get into this. Let's get into actual content here. Because we got a lot of people here. We got some people into the comment section. Let's start talking some real content that we bring here to NSD. And that's going to be a quick talk about the NFL free agents. So we'll give you a quick little promotion commercial because it's the best way I can do for transitions today. NFL free agency is about to happen here on March 16th.
16th, yeah.
Yeah, March 16th. You have a 3-day window before that where people can have negotiations and stuff with all the players, which we know is an absolute bullshit lie.
Yeah.
If you're in Cabo or you just happen to be in the same island as other superstars.
Yeah.
Happen to be free agents.
Well, that was a trade.
Well, the trade, yes. But this has also happened before where a lot of people just go to one location and it's like, hey, wouldn't you all like to be on a team? It's like, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you were here. Like
what?
Yeah.
Mean we could all make stupid amounts of money? I love it. All right. So today at the bottom of your screen, we're going to be talking about Taran Armstead, Chandler Jones, cornerback J.C. Jackson, Devonte Adams, Chris Godwin, and Mike Gesicki. Where do they go? What is the likely spot? And what is the surprise team? Now, me and Alex have both had this list up last week, but Alex decided to go on this nice little hot date, apparently, and couldn't be bothered.
I had to help my family move.
I know. It just sounds a lot better when we tell the fan base you got a hot date. Because I tell you what, man, when you get married, she better know her stuff, man. She better come prepared. Anyway, so we're going to be talking about these 6 free agents. These seem to be the biggest free agents out there, where they're going to go, the likeliest spot for them, and a surprise sleeper team that we both came up with. So we're going to talk about Taran Armstead, currently of the New Orleans Aints, because we don't give them any respect on this show. And he is going to be a free agent, more than likely going to get paid just like Williams for San Francisco did a couple of years ago. So, Alex, give me your first spot. Where do you think he actually goes?
I think he goes to Miami. I just think they've got a ton of money. They really desperately need offensive line. And with that offensive coach that just worked with Trent Williams, he's going to know how important a left tackle is. Go get your guy.
Now I have where do I think he goes is Jacksonville. As of right now, I think Jacksonville will just say, screw it. Give me the guy. Just give us the left tackle. We're not even going to draft it. We'll take the draft pick and either trade down, get more for the team, whatever it needs to be. But that's where I got him. I think he goes there. Doug Peterson has also shown before. I mean, the Philadelphia offensive line that you see right now was built by Doug Peterson. So, Doug Peterson also knows how important it is. Now, the likely spot I have is actually Miami. More than likely, I think Miami would probably pull that trigger, pay the big dollar for the left tackle. It just makes sense. You have a left-handed flipping quarterback who you're going to have to utilize, man. So it just makes sense. Where do you think the likely spot is?
I've got 2 for like the likely spots. I've got Jacksonville and I've got Cincinnati as well. They've also got a ton of cap space, and you can't run that back with that offensive line.
See, and this is where I have my sleeper team being Cincinnati, because a lot of people are thinking Cincinnati's just going to pay out the ass. When has Cincinnati last paid out the ass?
The only time recently they've had a big off season was last year.
Yep.
Spending money.
And the time before that was about 5 years ago when I believe they got Cody Zeller, I believe was his name, and another offensive lineman. Yeah. And they both did not necessarily pan out. They were average.
Oh, they were both huge busts.
Yeah.
As free agents.
It was not what they wanted. And I think that's why the sleeper team in this might be Cincinnati, because they might be scared about what happened before. So what do you see as a sleeper team?
Again, I've got 2.
Okay.
I've got the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Could see that.
Who need an offensive tackle for that new quarterback.
Could definitely see that.
And there's another team where I'd say their only weakness is probably the left tackle, and that's the Indianapolis Colts.
Ooh, that's a good one, actually. Listen, there's a couple of people out there who really do believe the Cincinnati Colts. That just sounds gross. The Indianapolis Colts are basically a quarterback away, just like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were last year. And I actually am one of those believers. So everybody should start getting up on that train as well. I want to pop a couple more here. Those spaghettis, string arms with bee stings on the. My fingernails are not that sharp. Thank you very much. Watch your tone about Ontario, Foobz. We're both Ontarians, okay? We're allowed to say, I was born in that muck hole. Thank you very much. Even though I love it. I miss it. I guess you can only watch so much the Fifth Estate. I mean, updated score count. Alex 7, Cal 2. Hopefully I don't pull in Atlanta. And you know Kyle's going to be seeing this later on. He's just going to be like, nah, I ain't having this no more.
Yeah.
Alex's mustache makes me think he has to register every time he moves.
I saw that.
Mark Knopfler, thank you for tuning in, but what the hell, man? Jesus. Even
he's got
my
some
kids,
pretty good ones down here.
There's a couple bad ones. I got to get to them here. Channel your inner Randy Savage. I can't. Oh my God. I just saw a couple on. Wait, I'm good. Hold the hell on there. You all don't understand anything, brother. I'm ready for this WWE matchup, man. Macho Randy Savage and everything else out there. And everyone at the Edmonton Commonwealth Stadium better prepare themselves for Randy motherfucking Savage to make a goddamn appearance on Monday Night Raw. Thank you very much. That's right. That's right. This is not the day. This is not the day to fuck with me with impressions.
Did you just break your glasses?
Probably. Absolutely, I did. They're fucking shattered. Just like glass shatters, like Stone Cold fucking said so. And your perfect comment right after that, poor Alex. Sorry. Let's piss off Alex. Let's fucking.
I saw this right as it popped up today.
There's a lot. I see there's some good ones here. Let's go St. Louis Cardinals. The Cardinals definitely need to play. Oh, dude. Dude, I don't know who this Mark Knopfler is, but he is on point today.
I've got an idea of who it is.
Oh, man. Who do you have the Dolphins grabbing? Out of all of the free agents, I think they would probably actually go for offensive linemen. If they can't get Taran Armstead, there is a couple other guys out there, like even the guard / left tackle / center for Indianapolis last year. He was on one of my articles I wrote for Bucks Report there. He's cheap and he's good. He's a serviceable Alex Kappa type lineman. Yeah, that's the one I would be looking at there. The other ones we got here is Chandler Jones, the edge rusher out of Arizona. I know that our NSD analyst, Mr. Christopher Warstruck, would probably like to keep him. And I've seen him on Twitter going at a lot of people being like, who in the fuck do you think you are taking this person at 23? And he's gone after some people for some dumb mock drafts that I've seen. It is absolutely hilarious. Give me the where you think he goes and then the likely spot there, Alex.
He's not going to like what I have to say here. It's a team that's got a lot of money and needs a good pass rusher. He stays in division and goes to Seattle.
Ooh.
Likely spots. I've got the Chargers. He could be the sidekick to Joey Bosa there.
I actually have that as my likely spot as well. So me and Alex are both on the same as Chandler Jones's most likely spot he's going to is more than likely the Chargers. By our guess.
I've also got staying in Arizona and Miami as well for likely spots.
What's your sleeper on this? I want to hear that.
If he's willing to take less money and go have a chance to win, the Baltimore Ravens need another edge rusher.
Oh, man. If Chandler Jones would even bless that Baltimore line with his presence, oh my
God.
Man. And even, do you imagine if they even still took that draft pick and got like Ojabe or something like that?
Oh my God.
Or even they said, screw it and give us Jermaine Johnson. Just absolutely disgusting. That would be nice. I got where I think he goes is I think he goes to Chicago. think Eberflus makes it a little bit more intriguing there for defensive prospects who are already looking at that defense being like, man, if Aaron Rodgers goes, like, no offense to the Lions and no offense to this fucking coach up here in Minnesota, but like, who the hell do you guys think you are? Like, you ain't nothing.
I've been on record saying if Rodgers is gone, I think Chicago takes that division.
I also could Minnesota might do a little bit of damage depending if the new coach could actually just like get them all to start going, and Kirk Cousins could be a
They got to figure out that defense, so it's not even that offense that's the issue.
Oh god!
And I think Danielle Hunter's out the door.
I think they might trade him for some good picks. Like here, the one I've been seeing is Danielle Hunter for Laramie Tunsil from Houston, 1-for-1.
I don't like that from Houston.
And now the only reason Houston's probably looking at it is because from what I've heard is it looks like Kayvon Thibodeau and Aiden Hudson will be going 1 and 2. So they'll be falling into like, Evan Neal or something like that, which would make sense for them to take. If I was Houston, I would go that route too, or even trade back to like the Giants. Give me 5 and 7, and I'll give you the second round pick. You give me a third, and then all of a sudden I'll take. Do that, which would also be really cool if I was Houston. So, now the sleeper spot I got for that team, this one would be, this would be fun if he went to Cleveland and filled in the role for Alosh Davian Clowney.
I'd love to see him and Myles Garrett.
Listen. There's only Ben Cornette. I've seen you out there, and I'll shout this out every time. There's only one draft pick that I've said if he goes to this team that it makes me so scared, and that's Kyle Hamilton if he goes to Carolina. Fuck everything if Chandler Jones decides to go to that Cleveland defense, man. Woo.
Yeah.
They don't have many holes in that defense either.
No. A linebacker or two.
Grant Delpit played off his ass, which me and you were right on, but everybody just wanted to call him out of the first round. He fell to the second, and Cleveland got a steal, so you're all welcome there. Let's go to cornerback J.C. Jackson. I think this one, in my opinion, where he likely goes, I think if they're not going to pay him in New England, they'll probably pay him where his other coach went to, and that's probably Oakland Raiders. They need a corner. All their corners have essentially busted. The other two that have played respectively well can just fill in the rest of the holes there, and all of a sudden you've got your corners all set in stone. You can figure that one out. The likeliest spot, though, I see it being is Seattle. They need another one as well.
Yeah.
They have a little bit more money to spend, and if Seattle is going into a rebuild here, it just seems like something they would more than likely do. But the sleeper team would be Houston, forking out enough cash and just saying, please, just come be the number one corner for us. That way we don't need to take a corner in this draft, and we can literally worry about any other spot out there. So that's what I got for J.C. Jackson, the current New England cornerback. Alex, tell me where the likely spot do you think he's going? Or where do you think he's going and then likely spot?
Where I think he's going, I think he's going to end up getting franchise tagged.
Oh,
again,
okay.
I think he's there one more year. The likely spots I have are the Jets and the Raiders.
Okay.
The Jets desperately need a corner. Robert Saleh wants to go back to his cover 3 defense, but they did play a lot of man, so he fits there. And then the same thing as you, McDaniels and the front office guy becoming the GM in Vegas. I think that's a huge fit. My sleeper team is Pittsburgh. They're showing up again.
Wow.
Replace Joe Hayden with J.C. Jackson.
With Minkah Fitzpatrick just to float in the background. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
I like that, actually. I really do like that.
And they've got a decent bit of money, so.
They do, too. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
A couple more comments here. Illegal tampering was my strategy for dating in college. Man, I'm not even checking the comments either. I'm just like going.
This is why I was saying he's got a couple good ones. Okay. I wasn't moving myself. I was moving my cousin. So
yeah. How many stiff socks do you find under your bed with you? Oh my God.
That's why I said that to that one.
Oh, Alex is the man. Cincinnati will bid on every decent free agent offensive line. Oh, for sure. 110%. It's just are
they willing to spend enough money?
Yeah. Are they willing to get Taran Armstead in to make sure that Joe is good on the left side for a while, right? Hell yeah, Drew. Go Redbirds. Yes, sir. Go Cards. Go. It's a hell of a draw. Listen, pure sugar in Coke, a cola, is the biggest drug in the world that we are all not talking about. Do you see what I am currently at right now? Do you know what I drank this morning? 1.5 liters of Coca-Cola. You want to know why? No coffee. So I just said, fuck it. Give me the flattest damn Coca-Cola, and I drank it. And you know what it did to me? It's made me hop off my ass in the seat the whole time. I've been bottled up and talking about free agents here. I can't let it out. Alex. My host, Alexa. Alex. Thank you. To Ric Flair. Oh, no. Oh, man. That was going to. Sorry.
Oh.
That's all I can't do. I can't. I would say. Woo.
That wasn't bad.
I can't, though. Like, I would take it way too far.
Yeah.
I'm already in my. We got to move away. Got to move away. Oh.
I mean, they did play in a World Series and St. Louis did win, so that was also 16 years ago.
You know what? When the hell have you been there?
We've been there almost as recently as you.
You've been there as the Houston Astros. Thank you very much.
No, I'm talking the Tigers.
No.
You
All your
guys
players
made
go
it
to
in
Houston.
2016?
No. You guys, wait, what?
When did you guys last make it? 2016?
Yeah, when we destroyed the
2015?
Texas Rangers' dreams. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, so I was like, we've been there almost as recently as you because we were 2014. We don't have to talk about what happened when we got there, but we made it there.
You want to talk about what happened when I got there? Greatest comeback of all time, except for Kim Kardashian.
Was that a Parks and Rec reference?
That was a Parks and Rec. Yeah. I am so wet right now. It is incredible. I have so much water on me. It's literally look like I peed myself. It's a good thing we're not in public. It's a good thing our show is literally just in my basement in your apartment. Except for April 2nd, ladies and gentlemen, when we do a live draft, and we're going to have a little party here at my draft, which sadly our American friends, they could.
You've got just over a month.
Yeah, I was going to say they could technically make it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have enough room for everybody to stay. Like everybody's wife will just have to go sleep upstairs in my wife's bed with her. And we're all just going to have to like snuggle down here in the basement, freaking watching football highlights till 4:00 in the morning. So there, it's settled. It's just like a big old cuddly Airbnb.
See, I agree with this.
Man, Whatever. Fine. Screw you. Chandler Jones is the Chelsea handler. Man, look at me go, Alex. I'm on a roll today. That's from Monsters Inc. If anybody hasn't ever seen that.
Well, if you haven't seen that, what are you doing?
Like 2319.
Yeah.
Before I even had kids, man. Like I literally went to work and there was a sock on my back shoulder and I started freaking out and I was like 2319. Like we had 2319. Somebody help me! And not a single person in that thing knew what the hell to do. Even though a lot of people in the hospital were right freaked out and that poor old lady had a heart attack and I really should not have done that while I was in the emergency waiting room. Lo and behold, though, it was still a funny joke and I still hold to this day that woman's still alive. I don't care what anyone says. Chandler Jones to the Lions. I mean, if he wants to not win a Super Bowl in the next 20 years.
Yeah. I mean, 20 years? No. Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. It's going to be 20 years before I win a Super Bowl. So
I was like, it happens once every 20 years. For
18.
You guys.
18?
Yeah, I rounded up. Okay.
What were you going to say?
I was like, they have the money for him. We have the need for him. But he's not going to want to go somewhere where he's not going to have a chance to win right away. So
No.
No.
Just like if me and Alex were to ever get sponsored by the States, do you ever think that me and Alex are like, they're like, you have all these different locations. You think we're ever going to go to Los Angeles? Are you kidding me? Alex would be lost at the beach for so long. He'd be like, Andrew, I am live here from this beach again. I'm thinking of buying a house down here and stuff. They'd be like, Alex, we're here to talk about What's it, hockey and stuff? He'd be like, there's no fucking ice around here, dude. I'm done talking about hockey, man. We're on a beach. Like, we're not moving to the States, okay? We're moving to Bristol, Connecticut, where Alex can finally find the woman of his dreams. Watch that come true. You watch that come true. When you get married, you better ask that woman if she's ever been to Bristol, Connecticut, so I can clip this and play it at your wedding. Thank you very much. Alec, Schomburg, in other words, Alec is aggressively on top, and Kyle is happily on the bot. Wow. Man, you guys in the comment section are just savages sometimes. See, I'm just clicking them, dude. I should have read them. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to people who are trying to watch this if their kids are around. Browns need help on offense more than they do defensively. This is true. 110%.
But you can also help an offense with a lockdown defense.
Yep. And you can also go into the draft and grab your new wide receiver that'll cost you nothing for the next 5 years with that first round pick.
Probably with your first and second round pick if I'm Cleveland.
I mean, yeah, why not? I mean, depends on the quarterback situation.
There's a chance you get like David Bell.
Well,
that
that's
early
true.
second round pick. You get like Garrett Wilson and David Bell. Like, I mean,
or a Drake London just for the side, and then like a David Bell or a Sky Moore as your slot receiver or something like that. Yep, that would be cool. I need to use it after the Lakers lost last night. They're just going at each other in the comments section. Listen. We're not talking basketball today, but the Thunder, still the best team out there until the Supersonics come back. And then I literally devote all my attention back to basketball.
My Timberwolves are finally a playoff team.
Yeah, your Timberwolves are looking good, buddy.
Yeah.
Your Timberwolves are looking good. You want to know what other team is looking good? How about them Lakers? Hey, man, that Westbrook trade, eh?
I mean, if you want to actually talk a good team, Phoenix has won 19 out of their last 20.
This is true. I also want to just state this as an Oklahoma City Thunder fan. What did I fucking tell you all? What did I tell you all? When 2026 happens and I'm raising the NBA title with literally 3 James Hardens on my bench, a Russell Westbrook as my 6th man of the year, and 2 Kevin Durants, one of them being a Canadian, thank you very much, you'll all thank the trades, okay? Because that's what it's looking at right now. This Josh Giddey is giving me giddiness all around. Shea Gilgeous-Alec, Canadian, thank you fucking very much. And you know who else is Canadian on that team? Say it, Alex!
To be honest with you,
Lou Dort, mother. No, I'm just
okay. I was like, I didn't know he was Canadian.
Just start going savage. You understand? I am a basketball player. Look at me. I have no idea why I'm flexing today, dude. Like, I just feel so good. Don't remind me about our loss last night. I think they need what Andrew's taking to survive this weekend. It's called the special sauce or special drink. What the hell is it called on Space Jam? What was it called? I can't remember. But it's special and it's in here and it's so good. It's so good. You don't understand what's in this bottle. It's not vodka, or my eye would sting like a motherfucker right now. It's all up in my eye. Raiders are winning the AFC West Division in 2022. All right, so we're just going to block it. Can you get that guy blocked while I'm just talking here and stuff? No, just kidding. So that's why Alex didn't join on our 3-way on Thursday. I mean, our football talk. Sick my ass. Well, I mean, there was a low-hanging old fruit there for sure. I heard Alex, Mark Knopfler, Jesus. I mean, this comment thread today is just absolutely good. Let's go Nats. We got a Nationals fan in here. I like that. We got a Cardinals fan, Tigers fan, a Nats fan. I know there's a few Blue Jays fans that are watching this. Shout out to Jared out there. Ben Cornett, last time Tigers were in the World Series was when they had a guy named Sparky on the team.
That's not true. We've been there twice since then.
We've been there twice, you son of a bitches. Speaking of twice but nice, let's get into the wide receivers here. We're going to talk the offensive weapons here quick before I get into my Reds rant, and then we'll get into some other stuff. Devonte Adams is going to be a free agent, and obviously if he doesn't get franchise tagged, but obviously the likely spot I do have him going to is Green Bay. But where do I think he's going to? I think he's going to Denver. I think they find some way to make it work, and they get him there in Denver. But the sleeper team, though, everybody has to think of this. I got the Raiders. He played with Derek Carr in college.
And they desperately need a wide receiver other than Hunter Renfrow.
Uh-huh. It's all right. You tell me where you got Devonte Adams going.
I mean, my prediction is he gets tagged and stays in Green Bay.
Okay.
Likely spots, I've got Miami, Vegas, and the Chargers.
Ooh, okay.
And then I've got 2 sleepers. I threw Denver as my sleeper, but to give an actual sleeper, Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, man.
You want to develop Trevor Lawrence? That's how you do it.
DJ Chark is not going to be the guy, I don't think. So
he's gone. He's a free agent.
Oh, man. Damn, that's a good one, actually. Chris Godwin is next. Where do I think he goes? I think he goes to the Jets. I think the Jets and just the opportunity that Godwin would have outside of football in New York would give him a better chance. And a better chance to make that top dollar. You know what I mean? And they also need that number one. I don't think it'd be necessarily the number one that they want. I think they want like a Drake London or a Chris Olave or a Treylen Burks from the draft. But if they can get him, I think that's probably the route that they go. Likely spot is just staying in Tampa. Tampa has something here with these 2 wide receivers. I don't see them wanting to get rid of them to allow another quarterback to come in. I think they will have those wide receivers and then figure out the quarterback situation from there, because you can have Blaine Gabbert have success with a Mike Evans and a Chris Godwin. That's just plain and simple. The sleeper, though, I got him going to the Washington Commanders. I think the Washington Commanders would actually pay a little bit to have some people off of Terry McLaurin and let Terry McLaurin actually spark off to the way that he was before. And you want to talk about whatever quarterback you draft or develop or whatever you want to talk, having a Chris Godwin and a Terry McLaurin. Ooh.
And Curtis Samuel can finally be your slot dynamic weapon that you wanted him to be.
And Antonio Gibson as your running back and a healthy Logan Thomas and that really good offensive lineman in that defense. And all of a sudden you're looking at a possible conference championship. Well, just saying. So Sean Spencer, listen, I am a believer of your Washington Commanders, buddy. You got to understand it. There's only a couple of pieces that they need. Only a couple. And everybody is liars if they say that they need to rehaul everything. Fuck them all. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to me either. But listen to me, please. It helps with the show. Like and share North Sports Dynasty, ladies and gentlemen. We are here live at the 40-minute mark here in about 9, 8, 7. Yeah, I'm not even going to do that. But you can find us here at North Sports Dynasty, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all across all social media platforms as we hit the 40-minute mark. Just like that. So like this, share us. Tell everybody where you can find the crazy little ginger guy who sits in his basement with 2 big whiteboards to overcompensate for something else. And we got Alex who sits there with his big whiteboard to sit there and actually put logical statistics down. Not like me, who just makes it look pretty. And I'm not even good at art. I used to draw stickmen with little tiny guns, which was just little circles and little boo, 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 boo.
Yeah.
That's all I used to do. And now I wish I can go on a site and do it all day. And there's probably one out there, and I just haven't looked at. Now I want to look for that damn site. Oh, my God.
We know what Andrew's doing with his afternoon.
No, you don't. Oh, my God. No, you do not. I can't talk about it. This is kind of a kid's show. They can't talk about those kind of things that I want to. Wow! I do crazy things. I do crazy things. I am a crazy Canadian. Hey! All right. Oh, I pulled my neck on that one. All right. Last one we have is Mike.
No, I didn't do Chris Godwin yet.
Oh, that's right. Sorry. My apologies. See, this is what happens. This is what happens. Mr.
All right. So my prediction, I've got the Chargers.
Oh.
Again, money, Mike Williams. I think you let him walk and you pay Chris Godwin the extra $5 million he's going to want over Williams. You get a much better receiver there, paired with the aging Keenan Allen. Yeah, you let him take over as kind of the face of that offense. I mean, other than Herbert, obviously. And then likely spots, I've got Miami, Tampa, and Philadelphia.
Philly would be. I would not like it if he went to Philly. Let me just.
And
This is my actual rival.
my sleeper team, I've seen this catching a lot of steam in this offseason.
Mm-hmm.
Detroit needs a receiver.
Oh,
I'm not saying that as a Lions fan. I'm saying
shit.
that as a football guy.
Loosemore's coming for the Godwin, man. He's coming for it. This is what happens.
You can thank Johnny for that. He's the one that's been talking me into it.
I want to apologize to all Tampa Bay Buccaneer fans that I brought this guy onto this platform, and now he is talking madness.
I don't think it's as crazy as it sounds. I don't think it's as crazy as it sounds.
No, it's not, actually. It's really not. They do have the money, and they have the space that could actually do it.
And they desperately need that receiver.
Yes, they do. Speaking of desperately needing a wide receiver, Mike Gesicki is kind of a wide receiver, but kind of not. He's designated tight end. So
he's a receiver in a tight end's body.
Yeah. We're going to classify him as a tight end here for this one. And I got where do I think he's going to go? I think he stays in Miami. I think they franchise tag him. The likely spot is probably actually going to be Jacksonville. Just that nice big tight end slot body for Trevor Lawrence to sit there and develop is what I think. But the sleeper team, and I don't care what anyone says. Last year's draft has made me a believer that this team may just go and do whatever the fuck they want. And if they don't get this tight end in the draft with their pick number 31, then so fucking be it. If they get this guy, then they don't need to take the tight end in the draft. That's what I mean. Cincinnati would grab Mike Gesicki and pay this guy out the ass. So then if you could even fathom a team that could cover T. Higgins and Boyd and Jamar Chase and Mixon, then all of a sudden you add a Mike Gesicki and what he brings that Uzomah cannot bring. And that offense becomes something that we have possibly never actually seen in the NFL before.
You're getting close to like 2007 Patriots offense.
Yeah. You think the Chiefs are good when they have
2013 Denver Broncos.
Oh my God, man. I don't want that. Joe Burrow to have options all day, every day would make him one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. We wouldn't even be having this Patrick Mahomes conversation. He would build his own practice facility in his own name on top of Cincinnati's own stadium. I mean, fuck you. I'm Joe Burrow. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been the free agency.
I didn't do my Gesicki.
Oh my God, I am so bad at this, dude. I am so bad at this. Please go.
All right.
I'm so bad at this.
I also have him staying in Miami on the franchise tag.
Which makes sense. It does make sense.
Because they're not going to agree on money there. They're not. He wants receiver money. Miami's not going to pay him receiver money because it's ridiculous. Likely spots, again, the Chargers.
Ooh. Okay.
My other likely spot, the Washington Commanders.
Oh, that would be a good one. Like if Logan Thomas is not,
Well, he's getting up there anyways, so throw Gesicki in there. Logan Thomas be your tight end too.
Okay.
That's nasty.
That would be.
My sleeper team, though, the Tennessee Titans. If they figure out their money situation and then...
If they would actually utilize the freaking tight end position.
Well, they don't have a tight end to utilize right now.
You're not wrong.
They use Jonnu Smith, and then surprise, surprise, he's gone, and they don't use a tight end this year. They don't. Yeah, and
surprise, surprise, he doesn't get used in New England either.
Well, because Hunter Henry was an animal this year.
I thought that was the unicorn. It was like, look here, while I utilize this guy, but nope, fucking.
They were like, look here, we're gonna use him. Like,
yeah, we're actually gonna shove him down your damn throat.
Yeah,
assholes. He licks Alex and gets wet. I love Canada. Right? Canada's amazing. It's like that. See, everybody. See, a snuggle draft party at Andrews. Well, then sign Alec and Kyle up there. I think Kyle will actually be here. So, hey, if you Americans want to come on up and join and have a party.
As soon as you said that, Alec is booking his ticket right now.
Alec is literally like, hey, where am I going? Like, am I going to Edmonton? Is that what it's called? Edmonton. Is that how you Canadians spell it? No, dude, it's Edmonton. It's all good. Be like, okay. How do I say?
Okay, so do I fly to Ottawa and then?
Yeah. Anytime I hear Ottawa right now, I'm just like, oh boy.
Avoid.
Call it Los Angeles. The greatest comeback is Average Joe's against Global Gym. And I don't want to hear anything different.
Oh, my God, yes.
Hells yes. Thank you, Mark Knopfler.
Yes.
We go cheap at quarterback and inside Godwin. Tag CD3 and many of our free agency and go get Gilmore. Interesting. That's an
I don't
interesting
think there's
one.
enough money for that.
You know who the cheap quarterback would be then? Trask.
Yep.
I'm just saying. I love Trask. Give me some more. I want all the Trask in the
Because
world.
you think about that. Signing Godwin, you're looking at like $17 to $20 million.
Yep.
A tag for Carlton Davis, you're looking at like 15-ish there.
Yep.
You're already over with that. Jensen, Kappa, Fournette, Whitehead.
So it's gonna happen.
How many more contracts do you have to push down the road? How many more contracts do you have?
If the Saints can go down to $70 million, we fucking can too. I don't give a damn.
You guys did it by pushing your money back. You can't really push much more money back. That's my point.
We'll sell Raymond James. I don't give a damn. We're doing it. We're doing it for the titles, man.
We'll lease Raymond James and throw that money into the salary cap, even though that's not allowed.
Nope, that's definitely not allowed. Even though we do need a brand new stadium because Raymond James is getting a little outdated. But if you build a brand new stadium, if you don't have a ship in there, I'm gonna be pissed. Just saying.
It has to be in there.
I haven't been down to Tampa yet, and I'm trying, and I ain't coming down there to watch no games if there ain't no fucking ship where I can get drunk at. I don't care. That's my dream. My absolute dream is.
I just picture you like right on the edge of the boat, like.
Yep. I walked in the plank all drunk as shit. Literally, my dream before was to be watching my team get spanked like 54-3. And my first ever time watching the Buccaneers. Yeah, no, getting spanked. Why? Because that's what the culture was before, Alex. That's what it was. I would have gotten my hopes up like, oh, look at that. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are on a 2-game winning streak. And just to go and watch them get spanked 54-3 by like the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Blaine Gabbert. Or whatever the hell that other quarterback was that they had before.
Blake Bortles.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what it would have been. Sydney Swinton says the Suns, though. Mr. Phoenix resident, shout out to the Swintons today. Yeah, the Suns are kicking ass.
Yeah.
It don't hurt me, Andrew. My Lightning are lucky. You know, fuck your Lightning. Fuck your Lightning. Go have your little outdoor game. Nashville. How warm is it even in Nashville? What are you guys even doing? Have your outdoor games in Canada. Like, come on. You know what? This is probably a really good time to start this. Okay.
Yeah. Speaking of
hockey?
the Lightning, and
yeah, you want to talk about hockey? I got something for you. Let's talk about hockey. The NHL's LTIR is a fucking joke. Literally. It's the stupidest thing I have ever seen in my entire life. Okay? This is literally what you're telling me. And I don't want none of my hockey guys coming into this damn thread trying to tell me otherwise. No. You want to know why? Because just like tampering and just like free agency and draft picks and all that other kind of shit, they do it anyway. Okay? So this is what you're going to do. This is what me and Alex are going to do. Okay? We're going to look at what the Las Vegas Golden Knights have done and the Tampa Bay Lightning have done and soon to be the Colorado Avalanche have done. All right? And they're all going to win these Stanley Cups. So you know what me and Alex are going to do? We're going to become GMs. And you know what I'm going to go do? I am going to go sign Ilya Kovalchuk to a 5-year, $100 million fucking contract. And all of his money played per game is base salary. And I'm going to push as much as that money down the road. I am going to go buy Matthew fucking Barnaby. I'm going to go get Steve Yzerman, and I'm going to go buy as many actual NHL free agents as I can who have injury problems. Injury problems. You know, you got a cut on your toe that'll never heal. I want you on the Regina Cougars. You got a pinky that's never going to, like, sit there straight. I want you on the Hamilton Tie Dogs. Oh, you got this little vocal cord thing because Brad Marchand's a little bitch. I want you on end place name here because when we sit there and we actually get this team set up to win with a bunch of young draft picks like Connor Bedard and Ilya Kitsnisnov and whatever other Swedish
bless you.
fucking thank you, whatever Swedish fucking prospect you could think of. And I'm going to build this team with Alex. We're going to sit there sipping mimosas until this team is literally ready for a championship run. And then I'm going to tell all of them to baby their injuries. And I'm going to throw them on the LTIR. Because then guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It doesn't fucking matter what the contract is. You can have literally Wayne Gretzky sitting on the ice with Mario Lemieux and Sidney Crosby and Connor McDavid. You can pay them all. But as long as they're injured, they can actually get out in the playoffs and play together. Like it's some kind of fucking Olympic Canada team. Or like it's the fucking All-Star game where they actually get to play. This is the dumbest fucking loophole I've ever seen in sports since fucking baseball existed. Like this is, like, honestly, they can pay me $1 every single game, and my contract could be $100 million. I'm never gonna see any of that money. I'm never gonna. But you know what I'm gonna see? The playoffs with a bunch of other people on my squad and on my line who are gonna put the puck in the net and they're gonna score fucking goals. This is why the Edmonton Oilers and teams like the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Boston Bruins, the Washington Capitals, every team that is really good right now, take all of your draft picks and shove them down Phoenix's throat and shove them down Detroit's throat. Just shove them down the goddamn throat and say, here, take my picks and give me your prospects and give me your good players. Give me $20 million worth of players. And then I'm going to get them all injured. Every one of them. And then the playoffs start and you can all play together. Does that sound like a smart thing? It's not. We're building super teams here in the NHL when McDavid is making $13 million a year. Like, what are we doing? Why does this exist? Why does this exist? Mark Stone should be playing for the Las Vegas fucking Golden Knights right now. Tyler Johnson should have been traded. All right, catch my breath. To the Detroit Red Wings last year for Tampa's first round fucking pick because they had no cap space. But because they decided to use the LTIR, you can all of a sudden assemble a draft team. Assemble this stupid bullshit. Give me all the good players. Evander Kane for $750,000, bring him over here. That's different. I understand that. But if it was around the same time and he had the same contract, all you have to do is say he is having personal mental issues. And all of a sudden you can put him on the LTIR for that. And then all of a sudden you go, oh, my mental issues are okay. I can come back and play for the playoffs. This is hockey. There's certain things about hockey that you should just not touch. You shouldn't change. This is one of those things where you should probably touch and change. This has been, even though I can't breathe, Red's Rant. This is the dumbest thing. Was this Andrew hit the crowd with a oh yeah.
I saw it pop up and I've just been waiting and waiting as soon as it was done.
Oh my God. Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand how, like, this, like, how many teams are going to get away with this before the NHL is like, yeah, like, what is it? Hold on. What is it going to be, Gary Bettman? Does a Canadian hockey team have to be the one that starts doing this for you to actually finally step in and say, maybe we shouldn't be allowing this to happen?
I mean, looking at some of these teams that could do it, Edmonton and Toronto.
Yep. Yep. So, it really pisses me off. We were here earlier. Okay, I just want to get to there we go. Arizona State, that's it. Damn right. Listen, I love the team that they're building, but it's hard to be a Thunder fan, man. It's really hard. Watching NBA is like watching a bunch of Karens argue over a mandate. Oh, I'm not even going to go there. Mike's secret stuff. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I couldn't think of that. Flexing those tweak. I know. And I'm trying, man. Like, I'm trying. Look at these little tweak. Hey. I literally, I kid you not. I took like one of those little Facebook pictures and it's supposed to tell you like what you are. I literally look like a Vanity Fair almond model. Did you know that? An almond model. That's what they call me.
That's
not a
oddly
cashew,
specific.
Like not a cashew, not another. I'm an almond model. I have the body of an almond model. I don't understand what that means. Like, I cannot, like I told Alex earlier, I cannot dehydrate myself anymore or my bones will literally break. I am the skinniest that I possibly can. I literally, like, I just finished sucking on my almond, which is my breakfast. I just dissolved. Like, I'm full. I'll be full for a week. I don't need to eat anymore. So, Dodgers fan.
I was going to point that out. Yeah, we've got a Dodgers fan. We've got an Astros fan.
Jeff Loosemore, thank you for tuning in. Where's Carlos Carrera going? I hope the Astros can keep him. I hope the Astros can just like get rid of all their cheaters, but that's just me.
Well, first off, baseball has to start again.
Yeah, right.
And then, to me, for him, if we're being serious about this, it's either Houston or, unfortunately, the Yankees.
Oh, that would.
That's like their one thing they need is a shortstop. So
Ben's right on that too. Wherever Rogers goes, Adam follows. I agree.
Now, so if Rogers retires, does Adams follow? I saw this one pop up a while ago. I was like, oh my God.
Some of these comments are just so good.
There's another Penn State one further down.
Is there? Okay. Jay, that's your sister there says Detroit needs to win for once. In what? The Lions?
Everything.
I mean, the Red Wings. Listen, the only Detroit squad I want winning anything is the Red Wings. And the Lions right after that. Fuck the Tigers and fuck the Pistons.
I mean, the Pistons we can throw aside. But Lions, Tigers, and Red Wings all need to win.
Yeah, that's true. You need Brady back, says Steven Rosero. Don't think we actually do. I think the Buccaneers could actually do really good as long as we don't bring Jameson Winston back. And I said it. You heard me say it. Just don't bring Winston back in here. Don't do it. Y'all get Brady for 2 seasons and y'all turn into Canuck fans. That's good, actually. That's good. Remember all the Canuck fans that existed in Canada? Where are you now? You literally, though, shout out. They just had their throwback jersey night like 2 nights ago. And I saw the highlights of Damko. Holy shit, does that guy look like Ron McLean or whatever that was before there? Holy, that was cool. Christopher Cole says, do you see my comment about the Bucs going cheap at quarterback? Yes, we did. I still think it'd be Kyle Trask. But if they were like, I wouldn't mind a Tyrod Taylor if like everything else follows out. I wouldn't be Gazelle, the guy from Roseanne and Big Bang Theory. I haven't seen that in forever. I just got a Gesicki signed. Hey, there you go.
Well, I hope for your sake that he stays then.
Yeah, no doubt. You got to fly to Montreal, then take a camel or snowmobile to Ottawa.
Come on, it's the moose or polar bear. Those are the 2 options you have here.
The Huskies, the
Husky sled, yeah.
Husky sled. Even what do we used to call them? They like, oh yeah, no, you don't. It's not mush like that. I learned that they punch you in the face if you show up and you tell their Huskies to mush. Don't do that. That's a Canadian. That's a thing for you. You can clip this and take that with you and put it in your cell phone. Put it in an app of things you need to know when you go to Canada. If you're going sledding with Huskies, don't say mush, or they'll literally stop and deck you in the face and tell you to shut up and then continue on. And they'll do it every single time you say mush. They'll just stop and no, and then back to mushing. Back to mushing. Can you imagine CD3 and Gilmore on the Bucs?
That would be disgusting.
There'd be too many cornerbacks at that point. I don't want 4. I want 2, or I want 3. Sorry, but I don't want 4. Not at the payment that it would come for all 4. But damn, they make your ass walk the plank. I would fall off of that ship so damn quick, and you know it. Yeah. So many people would be like calling Keith from Bucks Report and being like, "Could you come pick your boy up, dude?" Like.
Who is this guy?
All I see is a BR and an NSD logo patched all over this kid. He's literally got Sharpied on his back. If found naked, report to Bucks Report. So we're calling you, Keith, now. Can you pick this guy up? And knowing anything, Ray Kennedy would be there in 5 minutes, so we'll be fine.
Ray's probably already there.
Ray would probably be very drunk with me at that point, for damn sure.
Yeah.
2005 Skins versus Bucks playoff game. Say right in front of the ship. Drunk guy next to us, we called Shippy.
That's awesome.
If I lived down in Tampa, I'd be that guy. I would literally be that drunk idiot. Blake Bortles sounds like a drunk guy saying La Portas. Like Portas. Maybe I wasn't that good. Evan with this crowd one there. I also nailed a Cougar in Regina. Yeah, that was my I made a what do you call it? An NHL franchise. Whoops, wrong one. NHL franchise where I named the Regina Cougars that, and I didn't realize until like afterwards how baked I was, and I was like, oh wow, there's probably a lot of Cougars down there.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some fantasy football talk. We're going to be talking the Dynasty corner, top 10 Dynasty rookies here today. We don't know where these players are going. We still have no idea. We have little idea about teams that are going to be interested in these players. Yep. But we have trades that are still going to happen, free agency, all that kind of stuff. We got a lot of wide receivers that are going to hit free agency, big ones including Devonte Adams, more than likely, Chris Godwin, more than likely, DJ Chark, Gallup from Dallas. These guys
Allen Robinson, Christian Kirk.
Exactly. These guys are going to be the first ones coveted. So when we're looking at these rookies here, and we're going to go 10-1, we're looking at just what they are going to more than likely bring to the NFL going forward. Like who's going to make a more bigger impact than the other guys. Because obviously when they have a team, a person that we are absolutely not even thinking of could eventually come up and be like a top 5 pick. So I have basically from 10-1, I have 5 wide receivers. I got 3 running backs. I got a tight end, and I got 1 quarterback in there. And with this, we're doing a PPR standard, so points per reception. We're not going to do super flex. I know our league is super flex, but if we were doing super flex, it'd be like all quarterbacks basically in here.
Yeah.
I don't care if Kenny Pickett goes wherever. So I'll start off 10, 9, and 8 in that order, and then we'll go to Alex. Number 10, I got Malik Willis, the quarterback, right now out of Liberty. He, out of all these quarterbacks, when you look at fantasy, Derek Carr is okay. Until Matt Stafford went to Los Angeles, he was okay. Baker Mayfield is okay. These are quarterbacks that are good when you have a stacked team on every other position and you just need a solid quarterback in there. Matt Ryan's. Malik Willis, wherever he goes, is going to be a top quarterback for you. He's going to be a top 10 quarterback because he has the running ability. He has the deep arm passes. But the best thing is he's going to have that starting ability wherever he actually gets drafted. So if you can get Malik Willis in the early second, even in the 3rd round, that is going to be value to you on a dynasty setting. Number 9, I got Jameson Williams, the wide receiver out of Alabama. Now, I got him a little bit lower. A lot of people going to be like, what the fuck? The injury scares me. Alabama wide receivers scare me because of injuries. That also being said, I also want to know where he goes because of that injury. He might fall on a team like, say, Cleveland, and all of a sudden be the number 1 draft pick that you want. But he also might fall to a team like Minnesota. He might also fall to a team like the Bucks, who would say resign Chris Godwin. He might become a 3rd option somewhere on a good team. But if he goes to Philadelphia or he becomes the number 1 on like Cleveland, that's where I would start putting him higher. But as of right now, the injuries got me scared and I got him a little bit lower. In my number 8, before we send it over to Alex, I got Kenneth Walker III. This running back has the ability to be an all-down running back depending on where he goes. It just scares me because if he falls to the 3rd round, that's where some teams just start grabbing the best player available. Mm-hmm. And if he becomes the backup in Los Angeles Chargers, I don't want to wait that long. If he starts becoming the backup, say, on another team like Cleveland again, or just Philadelphia with the plethora of running backs that they have, that's where it scares me. But of course, if this upside is going to be, if he starts falling to those teams like Houston, oh, buddy, I'm going to want him for sure. So right now I got number 10, Malik Willis, number 9, Jameson Williams, and number 8, Kenneth Walker, the running back from Michigan State, Alex's favorite team. Alex, Alex, go ahead from 10 to 8 for you, please.
So this is one I feel like we're going to differ greatly on.
Okay.
My number 10 is Kyron Williams from Notre Dame, the running back. Yeah, I got the same reaction out of you that you did Jameson Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of around the same spot.
Okay.
To me, he was really good at Notre Dame, but he was really the only guy.
Mm-hmm.
So what worries me is if he goes to a team where he's not going to be the focal point of the offense, what does that look like? We haven't really seen it, so I put him at 10.
All right.
And a lot of my list I could place. There's about 5 or 6 guys that I would place up near 1, and then there's a bunch of guys that could fall to 10. So my list is very fluid. Number 9, I have George Pickens, the receiver from Georgia.
Yeah, buddy.
This is a guy that was supposed to be receiver 1 going into the season, tore his ACL, didn't get to play to the college football playoffs. But when he did, man, did he look good.
Man.
And he's going to go probably early second. So you're looking at these teams that need a number 1 receiver, or hell, even a number 2. You've got Houston, you've got Jacksonville, you've got Detroit, you've got all these teams sitting right there looking for a receiver.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, George Pickens could be a huge player in Dynasty.
God.
And number 8, I've got Kenneth Walker.
Yeah.
Yeah, we agree on that one.
Right on. The big thing about George Pickens is, me and Alex have talked about this guy, where like him and John Mechie, and another, like even Jameson Williams, but there's a couple other wide receivers that got injured at that respected colleges, like Drake London as well. Because some people are like, what about that ankle injury? 6'5" wide receivers don't necessarily work out. Shut up. I got Mike Evans, dude, 6'6" essentially. So, but the George Pickens, I actually want him to get signed and get drafted by Detroit. I want Detroit to take that.
Like I want him at 34. Yeah. I desperately, like, if we get him there, I might lose my shit. Like,
yeah, I very much so want Alex to have an opportunity to get someone on the Detroit Lions like that, like a George Pickens. So, number 7 and number 6, before we get into our top 5, we'll do 7 and 6, and then we'll go 5, 4, and then 3, 2. Or I know we'll go 7, 6, 5, and then 4, 3, 2, and then we'll do number 1. That's better.
Okay.
So number 7, I got Isaiah Spiller, the running back out of Texas A&M. This is one of the bigger ones that I said at the beginning of the season. Thought it was going to be him and Breece Hall. Now we got a little bit more information about these wide receivers, and it's obviously looking like a little bit more of a deeper, stacked wide receiver draft for this upcoming rookie season. But Isaiah Spiller has just the it factor. There's tape where he looks like Saquon Barkley, and there's tape where he looks like an absolute bust. But man, it's just the possibility of what he's going to do, because he is fresh. He's still got a lot of miles left on those legs. So if he is to get drafted to a position where he is not necessarily going to be utilized properly, I wouldn't even think about touching him until, the early 3rd round of your rookie draft, or even the 4th round. That's just if he starts going to some places where 2 other running backs are going to start taking those carries. But if he goes to Houston, where I think Houston is probably going to take him, that's where I might put him a little bit higher. So I got Isaiah Spiller at number 7. My tight end of the year, and I got him this high, is Trey McBride. And here is why. Colorado State stand out with his tattoos and his size and his personality. Just screams George Kittle. And we're talking about fantasy. And we all know that there's only like 7 tight ends that you can fully trust to put into that number 1 tight end spot, and you don't even have to think about the position for the rest of the year. Trey McBride is more than likely going to be that for you, wherever he falls. He goes to Cincinnati, I might even take him 103. And that's a shout out to everyone in the NSD league, including the guy who reached for Kyle Pitts last year just before me. 2nd place this year. Good old Josh Fubar. Shout out to you. But Trey McBride, if he goes to Cincy, I'll take him there. He goes to Carolina, I'll take him there. He goes to places like, even if he goes to Tampa Bay, I'll take him there. Goes to Green Bay, probably going to take him there. But if he becomes a second option on team, or he becomes, or he goes to a team that doesn't necessarily utilize the tight end, I don't want him. But Trey McBride has some fucking upside this year, and I absolutely Adore it. And then last but not least, to start off the top five. There we go. Chris Olave, the wide receiver out of Ohio State. Another one of those guys where he just kind of looks like an A.J. Brown. He just a good possession wide receiver. And this goes into, again, wherever he gets drafted. Because one of these players, or even two of these players in this top 10 that we have of me and Alex's, are more than likely not going to go to a good position. Not going to go to a good place. And that's going to be really shitty for them. But if he goes to a Philadelphia, man, whoo, my goodness gracious. Oh, if he goes to Chicago. Oh, my goodness. If he goes to places like that, that's the wide receiver I am going to more than likely be taking at number 3. So that's my number 7 through number 5. I got Isaiah Spiller, Trey McBride, and Chris Olave. Alex, give us number 7 through 5.
To me, number 7, I've got Garrett Wilson, the other receiver from Ohio State.
Wow.
He's the best route runner to me in this draft class. What worries me, though, is he's going in my mind, I think he's going to the Jets, maybe the Browns.
Yep.
The Jets, you've got Zach Wilson, who hopefully he can figure his stuff out, but he's playing way too much hero ball right now, so I don't really like that for my receivers. And Cleveland's a run-heavy offense that does very little with their receivers. So to me, those two fits. I don't like him as much, but he's still got the talent where I have to put him in the top 10. To me, he's number 7. Man. Number 6, I've got Treylen Burks, receiver from Arkansas.
Wow.
He's such a wild card. He could go as high as 8 to Atlanta, or he could fall to the second round realistically.
Yes, he could.
So the fact that there's not really any pinpointed spot where he goes, I dropped him a bit. To me, if he's in the right spot, I like him at like 2 or 3 as a dynasty rookie. But because I've got no idea where he's going to go, I slid him to number 6. Number 5. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say that's smart. Like I can concur with that. I have a little bit higher, but yeah, I can concur.
Yeah. And number 5, I have my running back 2. I have Breece Hall. And again, with these running backs, it's totally based on where they end up.
Mm-hmm.
But he's another one of these guys that can do it all. And it's really tough to rank these running backs, whether it's Spiller, Hall, Walker, or Kyron Williams. Those are my 4 best running backs.
Yep.
And it's hard to rank these guys 1 through 4. So
it is, yeah.
It was just kind of throwing darts at the board here. I got Breece Hall at 5.
All right. So Alex has got Garrett Wilson at 7, Treylen Burks at 6, and Breece Hall at number 5. Well, I got Breece Hall at number 4.
Yeah.
This is my favorite running back so far in this draft, besides Kyron Williams, though I do not have Kyron Williams in the top 10. I'll get that out of the way.
Wow.
I do not have Kyron. No, I have him at 11.
Like
I have him at 11 right now because there's only a few. I've looked at the way that he plays. Same with Dameon Pierce from Florida.
Yeah.
Those two guys have to go to specific teams in order for me to actually want to take them in the first round. If Kyron Williams becomes the number 1 in Houston, I will fucking trade for the first overall pick in our league. Like I will do stupid things. If Dameon Pierce becomes a Buccaneer, I would probably reach and take him at 103 and wouldn't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. There's just certain teams taking Kyron and Dameon Pierce is the only reason that would get me excited. Now, Breece Hall, on the other hand, you go put him on the New York Giants and I'd still be excited. I like Breece Hall. And I agree with everything that Alex says. He's the best all-around running back. He can go up the middle. He loves going up the middle. He also can catch the ball, which he has started to show in college throughout the years. Yeah. And he's just a touchdown monster. So I agree with him. With the Breece Hall, but I got him at number 4. Number 3, I do have Garrett Wilson, and I was going back and forth with my top 3 because I love all 3, and they are wide receivers to give that kind of away. But Garrett Wilson is going to be A.J. Brown, but better, and I want to put that on tape right now. I personally think that Garrett Wilson, no matter what team actually drafts him, I think will end up coming out better than A.J. Brown. And I think it's just because he has that it. He has that it factor. When you look at him playing on these corners, he just fucks with them.
Yeah.
Corners don't know what to do. And I absolutely appreciate it. And I absolutely adored watching his tape because it was just really fun. So
Yeah.
I have him at number 3. The only person I have ahead of him is Treylen Burks. I am very high on Treylen Burks as well. And the reason is because he might become, like I've said before, this weird, beautiful blend of Andre Johnson and Deebo Samuel. He just has a certain type of athleticism to him that I cannot get over, that I understand exactly what Alex has said and everybody else has said, is there may be a whole complete draft bust on him. He may even fall to the second round. But holy shit, if this guy ends up going to a team where he has the capability to become a number 1, he goes to Atlanta. He goes to Detroit. Hell, he can even go to Chicago. There's a few other teams where he can go to.
LA to the Chargers.
Goes to LA. You got a quarterback that can throw to him. That becomes a value right there.
And can get that ball down the field and up in the air for those jump balls.
110%. So, Alex, give me 4 through 2 for you.
Number 4, I have Chris Olave.
Okay.
Just a lot of these guys I kind of based off where I have them in my mock draft. So Olave to someone like Buffalo is just going to be scary for Dynasty football. Yes, I know you have Stephon Diggs on the outside, but Josh Allen has made Cole Beasley a good fantasy receiver. He takes over for Beasley in that slot. I love the idea of Olave there.
Oh, yeah.
Number 3, I have my RB1 as far as Dynasty goes. It's Isaiah Spiller.
Yeah, buddy.
Mainly for that pass catching. His is better than Breece Hall, so I gave him the edge there.
This is true.
I love what Isaiah Spiller does, and I think I like the idea of him in Houston, like what you said. That's kind of where I have him going, like early second there.
Yep.
So him in that offense, I had to put him really high. And my number 2 guy is your number 1 guy. So, sorry to spoil it for everyone. But Drake London is the number 2 receiver for me. As soon as you said he screams Mike Evans, I went to that tape, and you're absolutely right. That guy that you can just throw jump balls to all day, and he's going to come down with it.
Yep.
Good route runner. With these injuries, my number 1 has an injury too. They don't really worry me. My number 1 is Jameson Williams.
Yeah.
He's been the best receiver all year. Yes, he tore the ACL late. That doesn't worry me too much. I love the idea of Jameson Williams falling because I feel like that's what's going to happen. Again, looking at Detroit, Jacksonville, Houston, some of these teams again, where he walks in and he's immediately your number 1.
Yeah, Jameson literally does have the ability to become Julio Jones again. Like it is literally like watching Julio Jones play in Alabama all over again when you watch Jameson Williams tape. It is something to marvel. I'm not going to lie.
Well, and before you said the injury part for the Alabama receivers, where you're like, Alabama receivers, were you? I was like, I'm sorry, Julio, Amari Cooper,
yeah,
Jerry Jeudy.
I know.
I was like, what? And then the injury part, I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's because they all play in the SEC. They play at the big college games, so they get beat up by all the big guys, right? So,
and they're playing 15 games a year versus most teams 13. Like,
yeah. That's why that's why my number 1 is give me Drake London. I understand his ankle is bummed. I understand he broke it, but you know what? Michael Thomas, Mike Evans, Chad Ochocinco, Terrell Owens, Vincent Jackson, Jerry Rice, Randy Moss. They all had that one key trait that stood out among all other wide receivers. And if you throw that ball straight up and you know it's going to come down at one location, it don't matter how tall your cornerback is, that guy is going to jump up and get that fucking ball.
By the way, I can't believe you forgot one player in that list of names, Andrew.
Why? Oh, Megatron. Yeah. That's, of course, which I still to this day, like when my kids get older and they're going to be like, oh, this new wide receiver is the greatest of all time. Look at him take a safety in a corner. And I'm going to be like, okay, well, I got pictures to show you. Because like me and Alex know exactly, like the picture is, we're just talking about it and we know exactly what picture we're talking about. It's Megatron lining up against 2 New Orleans Saint corners. 2. Not 1.
Or
2.
the Hail Mary against 4 Bengals defenders and he comes down with it.
or the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Like there's many different games where he is played where Megatron is just like a different fucking animal, and he always will be a different animal, man. So that has been number 10 through 1, ladies and gentlemen, of our rookie dynasties, essentially. We're going to take a quick commercial break and then be back with high stakes, high reward. And we are back here live, NSD, ladies and gentlemen. Hour 23 here. Give us a like, give us a share, give us a follow. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell anybody that we are live here. Going a little bit longer here because we got a couple more things that we want to talk about and help you get some money in with our nice little thing we like to call high stakes, high rewards. Yes, I fucking love that intro.
Yeah.
That's probably what I'm going to have to go do after I'm done. Fucking a little bit of that. Instead of
shoveling your driveway.
Shoveling my driveway. There we go. All right. So just to put it down for everybody below, that Daytona line that you saw right there, if you even put any money, $1 on all of these picks that I told you, you had won a lot of money.
Yeah.
5 out of those 6 picks that you saw down there all hit, ladies and gentlemen, including that Austin Cindric top 10. That guy actually ended up winning the Daytona 500. That was a pretty good Daytona 500, and I'm not going to lie. When he blocked at the end there, his own teammate, props, because that's what you have to do, and also props to Bubba Wallace. He's starting to slowly become that next Mike McDowell type Daytona 500 Talladega driver, where I'll give everybody out here a little bit of advice. When it comes down to the Talladega race that happens this year, I would probably just sprinkle a couple of bucks on Bubba Wallace to probably place in the top 10 if you can even get any money for that. So the only 3 things I got for you today, because we don't got anything too crazy. The only bets that I've put out today for anybody who wants to know is actually one of the Foobz' gems. So Foobz' gems is just basically me having a couple of hits that work that I want to share with everybody so you can have a chance to win some cash as well. The number one thing for me that has been making money, and I've went back and I've checked and I have the receipts for everybody. 15 out of 21 times I have laid a bet on this individual, it is hit, including when he is going to be playing tonight. I have got a significant amount of cash on there. I do not need to explain how much, but I have a little bit of cash on him. Is a gentleman who plays for the Calgary Flames.
Yeah, I knew who it was.
Andrew Mangiapane. The man that I have been speaking to in all of our group chats to everybody, that if you want to make a little bit of cash, what you need to do is go to your betting app, platform, or station, wherever you go. If you still do it old school, like our good friends Harry the Greek at I had it over the Over and Under show every Friday with Peter Blake. You can check that out. I have the commercial we're playing at the end of the thank you commercial, and you'll see it there, as long with everybody else that we thank. Andrew Mangiapane has hit this many times. And the only reason I thought about his name is because when me and Alex were taking the offseason last year and building the Seattle Kraken And we did a nice big article on the Seattle Kraken, and Alex built his team and I built the team. And I had Andrew Mangiapane being taken by the Seattle Kraken until obviously Calgary came in and said, yeah, we're just going to make sure that Milan Lucic is available now. And we're going to save Andrew Mangiapane. It was not like the old Golden Knights of before. So 15 out of 21 times. And it's not like he's sitting at minus 200 odds. No. The odds that I got him today, right now, if I go pull it up. Oh, sorry, that's the other one I got. Is what is that here? Why don't you give me the odds? Minus 117. There we go.
That's not
minus
bad.
117. Anything in the minus 1-1 mark, I'll usually put money on. And they do not increase it with this guy. So, like, Alex, what, like, why is this guy doing so good here on Calgary, first of all?
To me, it's just somehow he's still not that guy that you focus on. When you think of the Calgary Flames, you think of Gaudreau, you think of Kachuk, you think of these other guys.
Yep.
And Mangiapane just goes in and day out and gets it done. And is this to score a goal or get a point?
This is just to get a point.
Yeah. I mean, this guy moves the puck really well. He's got a good shot. Mm-hmm. So to get a point, I mean, I'd hit on that all the time. Yeah.
And to be honest, we all, any big hockey fans out there know, the other day they were playing Vancouver and they got spanked by Vancouver. Who ended that shutout? Andrew Mangiapane.
Yeah.
All the bets that I laid that night, none of them hit except for that one. And I was so thankful because I saw that score and was like, oh, this is not good. The second bet. Now, baseball season is not on right now. It is not. But this gem comes actually from the Hammer Dan show from last year. From Canadian, used to be resident, Bubba Gumpino. Shout out to Bubba Gumpino. Go follow him for a lot better betting odds than we can give you, especially to the American friends down there for FanDuel. Bubba Gumpino has found a nice betting strategy when it comes to baseball when it starts up. It's the first 5 inning, money lines, and over and under spreads. If you're also looking for good conversation on that, check out Harry the Greek as well. But the beautiful thing about this is there's a lot of teams that we know that are really good at the beginning of the game and fail at the end of the game. There are teams that are really good throughout the game and usually win those games at the end. This is where you can find the Padres and the Dodgers and the Atlanta Braves and even the Boston Red Sox, more than likely if there's going to be a season this year, going in. You can find them at minus 120 to be either a run ahead or within a run in the first 5 innings. Out of the 83 bets that I laid last year in the 5th inning, 21 of them being live bets, 57 of those hit. It is close to 59%, I believe, but that is good money for you as well. You're not losing as much as you think, and you can still bet on your favorite teams and hope to get some good cash while watching your teams play.
Yeah.
So keep that one in mind. And the last one I got for you here is, of course, what has made everybody money last week, NASCAR. NASCAR is something that I take a little bit of pride in when it comes to the betting here. You got Fontana this weekend. I'm not going to tell you who to bet this weekend because I am still studying and I don't actually know because these are new cars that they are racing at these tracks.
Yeah.
If you're going to put any money down on the NASCAR drivers to win, you're more than likely just throwing a dart at 40 balloons and hoping that's all you're doing. But there will be races where you can look at the last winners or who the driver is and confidently put money on that. So, for example, I am a Chase Elliott fan. And anytime there's going to be a road race or a short track at Martinsville, I'm putting money on him to be in there for sure, especially to win. Top 10, 110%.
Yeah.
When it comes to the longer tracks, these super speedways where Denny Hamlin and Brad Keselowski, Martin Truex, and Kyle Larson do really good at, those are the people you put money on. But this is the thing. Nobody knows too much about NASCAR. There's a small little group of people who know about NASCAR and make money off NASCAR. One of my hidden gems and making money here has been NASCAR. So that's the last one we got here for you today. If you want to make a little bit of money on a sport that you don't necessarily know about, follow here. And we will get you some NASCAR picks. So we got some hockey. We got some NASCAR. We got the football one. Or we got the baseball one.
Yeah.
That has been my picks. High stakes, high rewards. Hi, everybody. We are back live here. No Sports Dynasty. Last little bit here. We got about, say, 15, 20 minutes. We are basically done all of the information that we have got today. So we will drop the link in here for the last little bit. If anybody wants to hop in, give us a couple of takes, talk to us for the last 10 minutes. You are invited.
I was like, I know we'll have one.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely have one.
He's already been asking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's just that's been the show. We got our dynasties. We've got our top 10 free agents, or our top 6 free agents and where we think they're going to go. Our top 10 dynasty rookies as of right now before they are drafted. Obviously, when they are drafted, we will have a different ranking system for them. And we also talked about the high stakes, high rewards. And I also yelled because LTIR is just an absolute fucking joke.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I'm also not yelling right now because my son is sleeping. I am now grounded to my language. No, I'm just kidding. Next week, though, we are going to be having the first NSD Dynasty mock draft 1.0. So if anybody wants to hop in and grab a team while we are doing that, we'll do 10 rounds or 12 rounds, whatever it'll be. We'll eliminate the kickers and the defenses just for the mock draft so people can understand about the players and where they're going to be. And this will also help our friends out at Let's Talk Football, because I know the Swintons have been doing many mock drafts to get ready for a 14-person league. I know that your sister and Alex and Evan have been doing that as well. I know you and me have been both doing it.
Yeah.
I definitely do not want pick number 4. I am stating that absolutely right now. I'm not going to speak that into existence. I know it, but I do not, for the likes of me, want pick number 4. I think that would be the worst pick in this draft right now. It's also going to be really cool because I've been on Cameo trying to find, some kind of football or athlete or comedian that we can use. And I got a couple. One is just like, I'm like, why are you charging $1,000? You're not even that good. Like, and then there's another person that's like $40 and I'm like, fuck yeah. So really cool to see that on Cameo. We're going to have the live draft. It looks like it's happening April 2nd. We got only one person that we got to make sure is all good. But yeah, we got the live actual draft happening on April 2nd. We will have free agency roundup on March 19th. That'll be in 3 weeks from now. We got the mock draft 1.0 obviously next week, and then whatever comes out after that. So because we got nobody else coming in, we are going to close up the show today with a commercial of thanks again. But before we do that, Alex, tell them where to find you.
All right, you can find me on Twitter at LooseMore65. You can find me wherever you see the North Sports Dynasty logo. You've got Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Oh, I just saw him pop in. Are we back now?
We got 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes, I guess, here. What's up, Alec? How are we doing today? That's right.
I got nothing against the Cardinals. I actually like them.
No, I do too, and I like the Tigers. We have to disagree on some things here on the show, Alex.
Yeah.
I mean, everything I like, Alex disagrees on. So, I mean.
Yeah, like this. Hey, Andrew, thanks for making a sports show where people actually agree on things. It's not as entertaining as we thought it would be.
Yeah. Well, hey, you started talking this bullshit about Ike Ekwonu to the Lions at 2, and That's where we have our problems.
Yeah, well, no offense, Johnny. I can't do my mock draft on Johnny's mock draft, so I just have to come up with players off the top of my head in certain situations, right?
Well, that's what I've just been using my 1.0, and that's just what I've been going with.
That's fair. Alec, how's your Lightning looking, and how do you think your chances are going to be going into the playoffs?
Well, I mean, obviously, I'd say that they're high, but the only tough thing is I feel like tonight, I don't know. I know it's gonna be. You said like there are chances in the playoffs, like going in or advancing far in.
Yeah, what do you think your chances are going far?
Like, yeah, what do you expect from the playoffs?
I say it depends on who we face in the second round, but if it's as long as it's not what's the team? Florida Panthers. Oh, actually, no, Panthers. We won't place probably like second and third round if we do play them.
Depends on what everybody's seats at around there, but yeah.
Because right now for Eastern, I know Florida's number 1. I think we're number 3 or 4. So I'd probably say like second round, third round exit. Depends on who we play. If we play against the Panthers.
You think the Panthers are that good?
I mean, I have hope that we're gonna go far. It's just on who we play and when we play them. I'd rather play like how we used to do, like play against like the worst part of the team of the Eastern, and save Florida towards the end. But I feel like somebody's gonna upset Florida this year in the playoffs.
Tampa did get, when they had their amazing run a couple of years ago, they got 4-0'd in the first round by Columbus. So anything could really happen, right?
I'm trying to remember exactly who it was.
The Panthers have. Go ahead.
What? Oh, I was like, I have my sleeper team that might go far in the playoffs that no one really knows about. I feel like, because right now it's, I want to say Calgary's probably going to be a sleeper team in the Eastern Conference if they make it to the playoffs.
Calgary's in the West.
Yeah.
What do they say? Who I have in the West?
No, Calgary's in the West. Yeah.
See, I don't know who Ottawa is until y'all told me where that was at.
I mean, fucking Ottawa.
Okay, never mind. It's the Rangers.
Rangers, I could definitely see.
They're a sneaky team.
Rangers got a backup goalie that I would love to have. So,
I feel like, I mean, Ben's probably get mad when I say this, but I feel like the Vegas are going to, if they go to the playoffs, they're going to be a first round exit, guaranteed.
Unless they're looking to address some of those holes. I know I was talking to my fiance this morning.
They're going to need a big trade deadline here, though.
Yeah, and I want to thank them for last night because of them losing and the Kings losing actually ruined my 2 parlays. The one parlay I got tonight, I got the Montreal Canadiens being within a goal and a half of Ottawa. I got Tampa Bay winning the all Nissan Stadium or at Nissan Stadium outdoor game. And I got the Rangers being within a goal and a half. The odds, I believe, were plus 322 for that little parlay. So there's that. But the one I hate though was the one I said in the chat the other day is when Draisaitl was just like, "Oh, here's the fucking puck with 3 seconds left in the game." I'm like, "Oh, you son of a bitch!"
Yeah,
ruined like a hefty one. What we got there?
Like I have, you know, it's like the little bet highs where you win off one. You're like, I think I can win another one. Well, this is the bet high I had. I bet it under 4.5 to win 75, and then I said, "Fuck it." I'm so hurt.
Damn.
They literally just needed 3 more points. I was like, I was like, at first I was like, if I was like, you know what? They're probably gonna be under. I kept seeing I was like doing the math. I was like, this guy gets like 105, and they're like 96, something like that. It was like 5 minutes left. I was like, okay, I have hope for this.
Yeah.
As I was getting closer, I was like, I'm about to lose $70.
Basketball is just like I'm still hit and miss on basketball.
Like,
so
look at this. Even this, like all of these.
Oh yeah.
And then the other one I had all my one bet slip. I had all of them winning, and then I just needed Memphis to beat Minnesota. Fucking damn Timberwolves.
Oh yeah. But see, that's the thing. The Timberwolves, the Grizz, the Thunder, and I'm trying to think of the other one.
I'm not betting more money lines no more on basketball. I'm like 0-5 this season.
Charlotte. There we go.
shit.
Anytime like Charlotte, for example, is a underdog in the spread, that's when I start putting money. Like if they're like +5 against the Heat or something like that, fuck yeah, give me that all day, every day.
Yeah.
Like even the Lightning's and Predators to score in the first period, that's like +200. And I'm like,
I
iffy
would
on
take
bet.
that. I would take that. Someone to score in the first period of that game. I would take
No. It's Lightning and Predators to score.
I would take that also. I would also take that in a heartbeat. So, all right, Alec, we're gonna get you out of here. We're gonna close up the show there, buddy. Thank you for popping in, and we'll talk to you next weekend.
Gotcha. See ya. Y'all be safe.
Yeah, buddy.
You too.
All right. So, Alex, again, tell everybody where to find you.
All right. So you can find me on Twitter at LooseMore65. You can find me wherever you see the North Sports Dynasty logo, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. And you can find me on Facebook, Alex Loosemore.
That's right. And you can find me here, of course, with all the logos that you see, North Sports Dynasty. And, of course, you can follow me at Andrew_Foubert that you see there under as my name right there. That's right there. That's Twitter. Even though I got a little pirate flag ship thing because I'm a Bucks fan. And Alex does. I should have changed Alex's though because I was a little hyper this morning. Okay, everybody, I'm sorry. I know I'm still hyper. I just gotta be quiet because my son is sleeping. So
I thought about mine too, but it was middle of the show. I was just like, screw it.
All right, everybody. Thank you again for tuning in. Much appreciation for being with us today, and we will see all of you next Saturday for the first mock draft 1.0 of the year for Dynasty. Big shout out to the sponsor, of course, Puppy Paradise Dog Grooming. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a follower and a subscriber of North Sports Dynasty and you live in the Edmonton or Fort Saskatchewan region here up in Canada, you can get $5 off of your dog grooming when you tell my beautiful fiance NSD in your message of getting the dog groomed. The prices are there. Puppy Paradise, not .com, but on Facebook, on the internet. Give them a like, give them a share, give them a follow. Much appreciation for them being a sponsor. And of course, as everybody saw, much love to our friends in Ukraine for what is going on right now. I didn't want to get too political, but I'm glad that people saw that flag at the beginning of the show, and we will have it here towards the end. All right, buddy, let's get the fuck out of here so we can have a little bit more madness in the background. So, all right, everybody, commercial time, and then we're out of here. Bye.
Put them on the track!
Sashi, Mingekyo, Kakashi, Genjutsu, and Rabble. My name is Itachi, destroyer of demons, the coldest of seasons. I bathe in the hellfire, began to steam, and they tell you ready, just give me a reason. Ask me for pain and I'll show you the meanest. Those who forgotten, there ain't no demon. I'm here in the nether, blood go to screaming. Think they can eat me alive. Every single person with a pen and page, trying to keep up with this black and new age masquerade. All these Sony motherfuckers will be calling it quits. Jamal Adams coming at you with this.